Hello, my classy people. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. And of course, my name is Wayne Bolden. I'm the Speed King. There he is. Hey, big weekend down on the Jersey shore of the Haskell. $1 million. Nice field over there for sure. And remember, tip sheets for the full car Haskell. 14 races. Wow, that's going to be a long day. And we did a quick tip sheet for Saratoga because some nice races going on up there. So I'm going to try to play up there as well. So I put together myself a little tip sheet. Hey, if you buy the Haskell full card, I'll give you the 11th hour quick tip sheet. Same handicap, and I just put it together on a different format for convenience and time. I'll give you that one for free. So $20, Haskell, get the Saratoga card. My top picks. Email us at speedking24@yahoo.com and or text the office 732-804-0637. Well, the old Matchmaker down there at the Jersey Shore. Race number 5 on the card, y'all. The girls, guess what? They're back in town. You know my ladies are back in town. In the Matchmaker. That's right, they're going a mile and 1/8 on the turf. Oh, we got some daisies out there, right? Hey, grade 3, 3-year-olds and upward, fillies and mares, and you know how much I love filly and mare racing, right? So how could I not? And by the way, out of all the races, well, maybe a couple more, but out of all the races, Saratoga, Monmouth, if there's one horse that I'm looking to play, and play good, is in the Matchmaker. And let me dive right into him, or into her. Sacred Wish. Well, Sacred Wish, the number 2 horse. Well, I've been following her career. She's 5 years old, and George Weaver's doing the conditioning. We have the Hall of Famer in the arms, Johnny V for sure. And again, she's just always such a nice horse, but she should have more wins than she has. She's got 20 starts, 4 wins, and 7 seconds. A bit of a bridesmaid, 3/3, right? So of the 20 starts, 10 of them she finished second and third. 7 of them in the second hole. She has earned $1.1 million, and she's by the sire that I adore, the Fast, Not This Time, right? On the back end by Indian Charlie. And she always looked like she should crush the field, from the way that I handicap. And her pace numbers is what sucks me in all the time. They're always even. And she doesn't run fast early, and she don't really run fast late, and she does enough to get beat just in time, right? It's weird. She always catches these fields where there is someone faster than her the last 70 yards, or there's someone much faster on the front end, which is the case in most races. But she's always like in the middle. But Sacred Wish to me is the best bet of the entire weekend. And 5-2, I thought fair odds on this one was anywhere from 8-5 to 2-1, according to my database here. After I did everything that I needed to do, I thought 8-5, 2-1 was fair value. Anything above that is an overlay, of course, for us. And she's 5-2 on the morning line, and her races don't jump off the paper to you, so we might get better than 5-2 in here. Now there's some nice fillies and mares in this race, and she's going to have to run. But if you ask me, nobody asked you, speaking. If you ask me, she should be saving all the ground, sitting at least 3rd, at worst case 4th. I do believe there's enough pace in here, none bigger than our second pick, No Mo Candy. And I believe that Johnny V should have the number Sacred Wish in a beautiful spot. And I think 5-2 is a gift, and 3-1 would just, I don't know how much money I could push in there. But like I said, I get sucked in on her all the time because her races are not horrible, and they're not great. And, I get sucked in. She did win the Lake Placid down here at Saratoga, back there in August. So she hasn't won a race since August 17th of last year, okay? They turned her out in October. 204 days later, they bring her back. She ran beautifully, 4th by 2. The next race, and an allowance race, which she should have crushed it. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Come in the Jenny Wally Stakes race, she was 9-2 with Johnny V. Grade 1, she finished second by 2 to Excellent Truth, Pent Up Betty, and Simple and Font in the distaff. And she just always in the middle. But I think today's the coming out party. She hasn't won a race, not since that race, but since December of last year. She won the Grade 1 at a beautiful price. One of the only times we cashed her in the win spot at 12-1. But it's been a long time between drinks. It's almost like 7 or 8 months that Sacred Wish has not won a race. And she says, to me, pace-wise, flow of the race, the number 2 to me is the best bet for me. The entire card at Monmouth Park and Saratoga. And I got quite a few opinions in these other races. But if I had one race to play with my one $2 bet, I won't bet a lot more than $2, it would be on the number 2 horse in the Matchmaker, Sacred Wish. Sacred Wish. Our second pick, well, we talked about the number 4, No Mo Candy. Why Uncle Mo? That's right, on the back end by Blaine. That Blaine, you got it. Well, No Mo Candy should be the early pace setter in this one. She is extremely quick. The reason that I like her is she's the second race off of a 205-day layoff. She ran on June 1st in the Mint Julep Stakes at Churchill. Now she's back in 48 days. So I'm kind of thinking she needed that race. And this race isn't lack of speed, but she's clearly the horse, the number 4, No Mo Candy, should get a clear lead down the backstretch. So I had to use her as our second pick and a possible horse that could go gate to wire because speed is king. She's 9-2. I'm always looking for forwardly placed horses, okay? So the number 4 is our second pick, and I'm telling you now, and you better keep an eye on her, because if she gets away, hey, they went from Irad to Javier Castellano, the professional, who rode Ghost Apple, by the way. Yeah, so the number 4 horse we like because she is clearly the speed in here. That could keep going. Our third pick in here, well, Grayosh, the number 1 horse. Well, Chad Brown has the number 1 here, as well as the number 5 horse, Suggesta, right? But the number 1 horse to me with Flavian Prada is a young 40-year-old filly that I believe is kind of speedy, but should be in the mid-pack. Comes home very nice. Looks like she's still improving. This is the 3rd race off the cycle. I think the number 1 horse at square price at 4-1 for sure. Then we round out the super with a very nice price on 5 towns, right? 6-1 on the morning line, even pace numbers. Graham Motion's doing the conditioning. My boy, Louis is up. Sias is in the orange. 4 wins from 16 starts. Speed figures are beautiful. Pace numbers are beautiful. Been across Monmouth Park race track in the Eatontown Stakes last time. Get the services of Louis Sias this time, and the sneaky Grand Motion, the good sneaky Grand Motion, has this filly or mare ready to run. 6-1 on the number 6. So there it is. Everybody knows I love the 2 horse. My best bet of all. If I had one race to play, and they said you can only play 1 race this weekend, it would be the Matchmakers, and I would shove all my money in on, for me, you ain't got to follow me on this, on Sacred Wish. That is my best bet of the entire weekend. I think the 2 horse should crush them, but I think that every time she runs, right? Again, so for us, 2, 4, 1, 6, just like that in the Matchmaker. Hey, go ahead and box it up. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go right to the win hole in all my pick 3s, pick 4s, and pick 5. I mean, Wheeler in the super. It don't look like it's going to pay a bunch of money, but I believe the 2 horse. I love this horse, and that'll be my major wager. Okay, remember we talked about structuring tickets and prime bets And action bets. Action bets is anywhere from 5 to 10% of your bankroll. A prime bet is anywhere from 20 to 40%. This is a prime bet for me. I really like Sacred Wish in here, and I'll be pushing a few shackles in on her. Give me 5 to 2, I may even push more. 3 to 1, I may even push. If she keeps going up, I'll keep shoving it in. That's how much I like her. But again, she's one of my stable horses. I always like her. So don't whatever, right? I just think that she should beat this field hands down. And like I said, Chad Brown does have the number 1 Gray Osh, and suggests the number 5 horse. So again, it's Chad Brown on the grass. Of course, the number 5 can run with Irad in the yarns as well. So you may want to use him underneath or her underneath as well. So for us, the number 2, my best bet of the entire weekend. Second is the number 4, the Speedy. No more candy, right? You better catch her, dude. She's going to be bounded for a long time. And our third place is Gray Osh, the number 1 horse, when we round out the Super with the 6. So for us again, 2, 4, 1, 6. Matchmaker. Race number 5 on the Jersey Shore, the SpeedKing's best bet. I'm going in there after her, but I go in there after her all the time. I get sucked in on filly races all the time, but I think this one should be down the road.